Hi Internet, I'm Tango, and these are Tango's Takes. Today's take for January 4th, 2021 is Take Your Breaks and Lunches. This message brought to you by a very long day. Taking your breaks and lunches is good for you. And you are, in most places in the United States, legally required to be given a certain number of 15-minute breaks and a certain amount of lunch, in the case unpaid lunch usually, based upon state or local law. Check with your HR department, or if you don't trust them, ask a friend who's got an HR department that they trust. You can also check your state website. The information is there. We had 8 new people start today. And while, yes, there's a pandemic going on, and yes, the office is mostly empty, people have to come into the office to get the equipment and set up their accounts. Due to the way that our process works, this can take an hour to an hour and a half per person, and under current restrictions placed upon us by the pandemic, we can't have more than 2 non-employees in our office in its usual setup at a time. So we improvised. We also lucked out, and a couple of them went really, really quickly. But we improvised. And we took people into a back room, one at a time, in addition to anybody up front, and we got through it. But in the month I've been with my current job, we've never had more than 5 appointments in a day out of a possible 14. Today we had 13, and the day started with 9. I didn't get a break other than to go to the bathroom. I filled up my water early in the morning. I actually started my day an hour early. I eventually took a lunch because I'm diabetic. My blood sugar was crashing, and I'd forgotten half of the lunch I'd planned to bring. You can't make sandwiches with only bread. You really can't. But the importance of taking your breaks and taking your lunches is it's a mental reset for you. And if you're working from home, this is even more important. Because for some people, working at home means, oh God, I've got to be working. Treat it like you're in the office. And if you're not sure, look up a thing called the Pomodoro method. Basically, the idea is that you set a timer. Hey, look, I've got one. This is called a time cube. I don't remember the name of the company. DateX with 2 X's.com. They come in multiple versions, V1 and V2, with different times on the subtractive. This thing works this way. I turn whichever side up, and it starts a little timer, and it counts for me. It's straightforward. But especially if you're on something where you're not driven by interrupts, where you may get deeply involved in coding, reviewing, whatever, take the timer, set it for a reasonable period of time, and when the beep goes off, go take a 5-minute walk or something. If your job allows that. Now, if you're the kind of job where no really 2 15-minute breaks a day and you're slammed all the time the rest of the time, schedule those. Put them on your calendar if you have to. Set up reminders. And do the same thing with your lunch. Block it out. This is my lunch. Do not schedule a meeting here. I'm still learning this job, and that's not an option for me yet, and I've noticed that my team isn't very good at doing this either. Believe me, I'm going to make them get good at this because it's important to their well-being. It's important to the success of the team. So please, take your breaks and take your lunches. Your brain needs the break. Until next time.